Hello, everyone. Welcome back to yet another political episode. So, we are back with some polls here and some more 2024 presidential election updates. We're taking a look at the electoral map. I have added the second district for Biden. I am able to find some polls that show the second district swinging for Biden. And this is sort of, at the end of the day, what it's supposed to be looking like. But what we're going to be talking about is demographics. And it seems like demographics are not in Biden's favor. And if you are unaware, demographics are kind of split between Democrats and Republicans. Yeah, the reason being, there are a lot of different issues that favor when it comes to Republicans and Democrats. You'll see, according to the Cook political report, 69% of Republicans voted. Oh, not Republicans. 69% of white non-college students or college graduates voted for Trump by a 69% clip. White college graduates, not that much, 54%, adding the national margin. Now, I think it was some sort of be like a ripple, if you think, a ripple. If you go to New York or California, the white college graduate would vote for Biden by a 70% clip. But nationally, that's a 54%. But yeah, that's over 5 points. But the question is, how many of those white college graduates, supposedly white liberal graduates, are not going to vote for Biden because of the Israel Hamas conflict? That is the question at hand. Black African American voters, you'll see, 92% for Democrats. Now, understandably, the for obvious reasons, there's Joe Biden has done nothing to make the African American vote go up, right? And that's the thing. Joe Biden needs to rely on African American voters. That's why he had a awkward dinner with an African American family, because they were African American. Just a random dinner. He's trying to show and appeal to black voters that he's a good guy. And the thing is, most black voters, well, I hope most black voters don't care, because what black voters need to be concerned about is the economy. Number one, lip service doesn't do you anything. Joe Biden saying Black Lives Matter, I'm a fighter for black justice, that's not going to fix anything. Donald Trump saying, hey, look, black voters were much better under my administration economically than any other president, is a fact. Boom. So, and a lot of African Americans realize that. Am I saying, oh, are they suddenly going to go for Trump? No. They're most likely going for Biden by an overwhelming majority. But I can't tell you that Biden's going to gain more percentage points than in, as you know, 2020. Yes. So, in order to win states like Georgia, North Carolina, Biden needs to win the African American vote by 90%. Not even 90%, seems like. If you go to 93%, he still ain't winning that much. You'll see 1.8% for Trump, 1.6% for Trump. And of course, being realistic, there's other community votes that will also kind of flip Georgia. But let's just say you solely rely on the African American vote. Yeah, it's 95%, and we're still finally at 96%. You flipped Georgia. Now, realistically, Biden flipped Georgia at 92%. We acknowledge that. That's because there were other communities like college vote, like at a point for the Hispanic. Whoops. Hispanic and Latino. Asian. White college. Maybe lower that down a bit. Well, maybe it's more than just a point. It's enough to flip Arizona, as you can see. But Arizona is actually the same deal. You need to rely on um a lot more people, communities. Example would be minority voters and retirees. You'll see Georgia is barely swinging for Trump. But let's see. I want to kind of see how Barack Obama did with the African American vote. Because supposedly the African American vote swung to Obama by overwhelming majority. And yet that was not enough to win the state of Georgia. Why? Well, then again, realistically, there were definitely Georgia was way more conservative back then than it was, as you know, we're just going to look at Georgia, than it was now, right? You'll see these areas right here. This is the black belt. The black belt is swinging hard for Donald Trump. But what about people in the metro, in the Atlanta metro? Yeah, you'll have Fulton and Atlanta. They're going they're swinging for Obama by 60%, but you'll have like counties like Douglas County that are just over 50%. So in in sure reality, yeah, there are more people in the Atlanta metro. They are more moderate than they are right now. I wish we had a demographic. Yeah, and Republicans gained a county from 2004. But yeah. But boy, as times changed. Now you are relying on African American voters, right? And then again, just because the African American vote is going to go down, like even it goes down like to 80%. Wow, look at how much damage that can do. Even though that happens, that's not a guarantee Trump win. Example, African American vote was high, but it was because of the metro being more moderate in Georgia that the state ended up going, and actually I would say more religious overall. More religious. The metro is more religious than it was right now. And that's as a result, that's why the state flipped to, I don't want to say flip, but went to McCain by a good margin. But yeah, it was more about the religious vote. Religious vote has totally abandoned the metro over the years. You'll see since 2016. because they found out Trump bad, Democrats good, socialism good, Antifa good. So that's what's leading to the Metro being more liberal as it is right now. There are other voters that matter, like in North Carolina. They have a decent African American population. Arizona, same deal, but you're dealing with the retiree vote. You're dealing with the minority voters. Also, Nevada doesn't really have, it does have some minority voters, but not as much as Arizona. That state's going for Biden by 4.3, but supposedly we are supposed to have Asian go down, Asian community go down. Let's see. And the Hispanic flip, I would expect, would go down to 59 for Democrats. You'll see, yeah, Trump's winning by 6.2. Then you'll have, yeah, African Americans at 80%. White college, I would expect, would go to Trump. Oh, yeah, look at that. Yeah, look at all the demographic polls are in Trump's favor. Supposedly, Trump is only winning the majority in white non-college and white college graduate pollsters by and Biden's winning minority votes, as you know, but losing ground. Losing ground. That's kind of what matters. And if the we add the Hispanic vote coming out and voting, of course, I would expect the turnout to be a little bit lower, right? Because not many people are a fan of a Biden Trump rematch. That's just the fact. So I'd expect realistically turnout to be a little bit lower. It still realistically looks the same, but yeah, as you should see, Trump wins the popular vote, 355 electoral votes. Third parties like Kennedy and Cornel West could make realistically, I'd expect I'd expect 72% goal for Trump. Turnout would probably dip down to 54. And white college graduates 51, because believe it or not, it's a small majority. Turnout, I would believe, would go down to 65 realistically. We know, even though during the Israel Palestine conflict, they are indeed good at turning out. Black African American, 80%. And look at that. How many states have changed? Going down to, well, actually, hang on. Going back to white college, we forgot about the third parties. It's not really, I don't know, because they somehow would be split. We'll just keep it that way. Turnout. We'll do 54. Hispanic vote. We'll do 44. And then there is the Asian. I would say that's going to be like 60. 65 for Biden. Yeah. So that's kind of what I'm thinking. And yeah, Trump wins 355 if my demographic prediction is correct. But obviously, predictions right here. And there's going to be different other communities that are going to help flip the the demographic coin around. So what do you guys think? Let me know down in the comments below. And as always, I will see you all in the next political episode.